Hello everyone, welcome back to our YouTube channel. Today we have something really exciting to talk about, and it's free tuition. Do you know that last year, 2022, Forbes reported a whopping sum of $1 billion worth of scholarships left unclaimed and $2 million worth of grants also left unclaimed? And I'm like, why can't people claim these things out there? I mean, it's supposed to be for public consumption, is it not? Well, looking into it properly, you can see that people don't know that these things are out there, and it's really painful. So what I have done, I have decided to take it upon myself to let you know about these things going on out there. So every day I'm going to give you a new country where there are free tuition opportunities, and I'm going to give you the steps needed to claim these scholarships and grants. All you have to do is come back every day, listen to what I say, and follow the steps I'm going to give you, and it is guaranteed you are going to get one of those scholarships or grants. Guaranteed. So without further ado, let's go into today's country. We are going to be talking about Australia today. And Australia is my favorite country in the world. I mean, I totally love Australia. It's like, I mean, I would live there. I mean, would anybody. Our focus is going to be mainly on people from Nigeria. I am Nigerian, and I would like to focus on people also in other West African countries, or all over the world. There are free tuition opportunities in almost every country in the world. And if you're listening to me right now and you've always wanted to be somewhere, you could find out one day that, that my dream country also has free tuition opportunities. I'd love to go to school there, and I'd love to take all those opportunities, grab them in my hands, and just work with them. So I mean, we are here today, and why don't we start now? As promised, we are going to be talking about Australia today. I said it's my favorite country, and I'm going to be highlighting 5 top universities where we have free tuition opportunities. And in number 1, we have the University of Melbourne. I can't lie, gaining admission here in this university is really competitive. I mean, it's world-class education we are talking about here. Different courses have their different prerequisites or requirements to be met, and you are needed to have a high ATAR score, a very good high school diploma certificate. I mean, you have to have very good grades to get into this school. Disclaimer: while tuition is free, food isn't. I mean, don't forget to budget for your living expenses, your food, your groceries, your transportation. All of those things are necessary. The only thing you're getting free is tuition. But I can tell you that Melbourne has a vibrant job space. I mean, there are so many companies out there looking to employ students on part-time things, or like full-time, however you want it. And the job space is very, very accommodating. So if you're looking for a job, you are looking to study and work at the same time, very good. I mean, take a hold of all those opportunities out there. They are out there for you. Take them. You can work while you study, earn some money on the side, for your rent, for your feeding. It's allowed, and the school also helps. So yes, that's the University of Melbourne. Moving on, our next university is going to be the Australian National University, located at Canberra. And this university is another very competitive university. The system is very focused on academic excellence, and the school provides a couple of financial aid and scholarship opportunities to students. So you could also look at that. And living expenses in Canberra are relatively lower than that of Melbourne. Rent is a bit cheaper, food is, transport is. So whilst you are not looking to really downgrade, it would be a better opportunity than that one at Melbourne, because you can now work. There are also job opportunities. You can work, earn some money while you're schooling, and your rent and your feeding expenses are a bit cheaper than they would have been at Melbourne. So just before we go on, you would have noticed that so far I haven't mentioned any admission requirements, and that is because all the schools I'll be listing today have similar admission requirements. So at the end of my list, I'm going to mention the admission requirements. I'm going to be dropping the links to the school's official websites down in the comment section. So if you need any information, you can go down there. Please always check the official website of the school. I won't say everything. Your course might have specific requirements. I won't mention the requirements for your specific course. So please go down there, click on the link, go to the school's website and find out what the requirements for your course are. So now we'll go on to our third school. At number 3, we have the University of Sydney. And before I even go on to say anything, Sydney's rent expenses are quite high. I won't lie to you, they can be very high. But the school has provided options for students, that is on-campus option. So you can stay on campus, you can find hostels or something on campus, or you could go off campus. So that's how the school has helped you offset some costs. Our third school is the University of Sydney. And before I even go on to say anything about this beautiful school, I would like to you, rent expenses in Sydney are high. So if you want to go to University of Sydney, please budget very, very well. When you go on to look at the school's website, you'll find, the average costs for things there. But the school has provided accommodation options for students that will not be able to live off campus. So you could find on-campus living, hostels, small lodgings on campus, and that would help to offset some of your expenses. The school also provides scholarships and financial aid to students that may not be able to cover some expenses. The school's education system is brilliant. It is top-notch, one of the best in the world. And if you get into University of Sydney, I'd be 100% happy for you. It's very competitive, and you need to have some brains to get in there. So I'd be really happy for you. I'd probably ask you to take me with you. Or let's wait. The city's job space is also really vibrant, and you don't need too much. You don't need to be very, very qualified to get a nice job with good pay that would help you with your expenses as a student. So that's a very big plus. So moving on to our fourth school, we have the Monash University. The Monash University focuses heavily on academic achievement. They are a very, very good school, and they need really education enthusiasts to be at their school. They need really, dedicated and committed people. So they are also a very competitive school, and but they offer scholarships and financial aid to international students. So jump at it. It's down in the comment section, the link. Go there, go there now, today. We are running out of time. We are already heading towards the end of 2023, and you don't want to not be one of the people that will get the scholarships. And here is something you've never heard before. The university actively helps students get part-time work. Where have you heard of this? Your university is helping you get a job, helping you secure a job so that you could work part-time and study. That's crazy. So the Monash University is a very, very good choice. I'm just putting choices out there. Pick the one that is best for you. Rent is also it's always something you should look at. The cost of living in Australia is relatively high, so rent is a bit on the high side. Food, transport, I've already mentioned all of that. So please budget properly. You don't want to get there and be hanging. So let's just look at our final school. Our final school is the University of Queensland, located at Brisbane. I had to add this one here because rent in Brisbane is a lot cheaper than in places like Sydney or Melbourne. So jump at Brisbane if you aren't, buoyant enough, should I say. Also a very competitive school. They focus on very good academic achievement. Their prerequisites for some of their courses can be, really strict, given that they need enthusiasts, committed people at their programs, and it's a great school. The job space is a very beautiful, vibrant job space. You could get part-time work while studying. It's always an option. The school will also help. Another very beautiful school. You have to still think about your rent and other living expenses, your food, your transport. Think about it. It's Australia. It's not a very cheap place. And now, for the moment you've all been waiting for, the admission requirements. I earlier stated that all the schools have similar admission requirements. So some would ask you for standardized tests, some won't. Basically, what you should have on hand is your high school diploma, your specific prerequisites for your course. It might be a portfolio or something else, I don't know. Your statement of purpose, you should have that on hand. Your letter of recommendation, also needed. You might need proficiency in English. You might need to take a standardized test for that. Or if you are currently a student at a university in your country, you could ask your dean or somebody in the academic branch to write you a letter stating your proficiency in English. That helps you to cancel out having to write standardized tests to prove proficiency in English. So that's one way. That's a very nice trick I've just taught you. Some people didn't know that, and I have to tell you, not all schools would give you that, but it's worth a try. It could help you, cancel off the costs of those kind of tests and just make your process smoother. So those are the admission requirements. Let me go over them again. High school diploma, your specific course requirements, a portfolio where it's needed, statement of purpose where it's needed, a letter of recommendation where it's needed, standardized tests where it's needed, or you could ask your school to write you a letter stating proficiency in English. It could help to substitute you having to take the standardized tests. So that's it. This is what people didn't know last year that stopped them from getting some beautiful scholarships. With this education, I'm hoping you look into getting tuition-free opportunities in Australia. Australia is a very beautiful place, beautiful country. And if you get these opportunities, you could upskill to working in Australia, settling down there. So if so far you've liked what I've given to you today, if you liked this educational content, please leave a like and subscribe. I would really love that. We all would really love that. If you subscribe, every time I drop a new video, you'd be the first to know. So please subscribe, drop a like, leave a comment, tell me more, share some experiences with me, correct me where I am wrong, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for your time.